guys, Katie Heller here with Kids Can Read and Write. And today I want to talk about helping your child learn their letters and sounds when they're already maybe kindergarten, first grade. They still don't know their letters and sounds and they need help, and they need it quickly because they're struggling in school. It's starting to affect their self-esteem. They are maybe coming home saying things like, I'm dumb or I'm stupid. I hate those words, but that's what kids start saying when they see themselves struggling to learn things that other kids are learning easily. Okay, if your child is struggling to learn letters and sounds, you've got to get on that. So I've done other videos on how to teach letters and sounds the fun way, like alphabet puzzles, reading alphabet books, using apps or bathtub letters or refrigerator magnets or any games with letters. But today I want to show you just a really quick and dirty way to do it that I used to do to tutor my kids when I was teaching kindergarten. So when I would get kids who those letters and sounds just weren't sticking and they needed more one-on-one time to learn them, I would just write down, 5 letters, sometimes just 3, depending on the child. We just start with 1 though, right? And I would say, do you know what letter this is? I get them looking at it, and if they'd say no, I'd say, this is letter A. Do you see how A looks kind of like a tent or whatever you think it looks like? Well, I want you to make your hands like this and say A. And do you know what sound it makes? A says ah. So we have A, ah, okay? A, ah. What letter is this? A. What sound does it make? Ah. And I would make sure your child could repeat that. What letter is this? A. Do the hand signal. What sound does it make? Ah. Good. All right. I'm going to teach you another. Are you ready? Okay. Here we go. Do you know what letter this is? This is letter B. Do you see how he looks like he has a big old belly, but it's tucked in with a belt? That's capital B. He has his belt on. So when I do the signal for B, I'm going to do that first part of the big old belly and then the second part of the big old belly. Because remember, he has his belt on. So B, ba. B is the letter. Ba is the sound a B makes. B, see it? B, ba. Can you do that signal? Remember, one big belly here and then the other part of the big belly there because he has his belt on. That's a capital B. Now here's a lowercase b. It also says ba. B, ba. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to try to trick you now. Can you remember this first letter? Make your hands like a tent. That's A, ah. What is it? A, ah. How about this one? Do you remember this one? Get your arms ready. B, ba. What is it? B, ba. All right, so then you go back until they can name both of them. Do you remember this one? A, ah. How about this one? B, ba. And you can say it with them until they can say it on their own, okay? If you point to this and they look blank, well, they've forgotten it. So you help them, A, ah, and then ask them, what letter is it? A. What sound does it make? Ah, okay? Then go to this one. Do you remember this one? Oh, I tricked you. Okay, this is B, ba. Do you see how it wasn't like, you forgot that already? I just told you. Or I also didn't say, you know it, don't you? Remember? If they don't remember, if they don't tell you right away, they don't remember it. So you need to help them. B, ba. Have them do the hand signal with you. B, ba. Okay, so let's go back. What's this one? A, ah. What's this one? B, ba. What's this one? A, ah. What's this one? B, ba. Are you ready for me to try to trick you? I'm only going to ask you those two. Are you ready? What's this one? B, ba. What's this one? A, ah. See if they can do it. If they can't, you go back to telling them and doing it with them. Just worry about 2. If they cannot remember 2, you're dealing with memory issues, okay? And you need to be extra patient, and you need to go back and back and back until they can do it on their own. They will get to the point where they can, but as long as they're nervous and all that, it's going to block their learning. They're going to be resistant. They're not going to be able to remember it, okay? Even if they want to, their brain's not going to be able to. So just keep it light, keep it loose, and keep reviewing just 2 until they can get those 2. And then you can add 1 more. Look at this one. Do you see how it's curved like that? That C, it says ka. C, ka. C, ka. I like to think of it like the handle of a coffee cup. You know, you grab that cup by the handle. C, ka has that nice handle for the cup. C, ka. And then you go back. Okay, can you remember this one? B, ba. And you can kind of like start to say it and see if that triggers their memory so that they go B, ba. You're trying to get them to know it on their own, so you want to give them every help you can. And remember, keep it light. It's not a test. Don't yell at them. Don't get mad at them. Don't get a little crinkle in your head. Don't raise your voice to that, I'm not mad. You know, don't do any of those little things that make your child nervous. You've got to have fun with this. And so if you need to pretend you're working with somebody else's child so you can be patient and kind and not get, nervous and worried and start panicking, then do that. But go back until you can get these in any order. And once your child really knows those, if it's been a struggle, stop there. Don't keep going. Don't push it too far. 3 letters is great. And you can say, ooh, let's see if we can think of any words that start with ba-ba-ba-bee. How about ba-ba-ba-bear? Or ba-ba-ba-baboon? Or ba-ba-ba-baby? Right? Can you think of any of this? Start with C. That's trickier because they might come up with a K word, but you can just say, oh yeah, that sounds the same, but it starts with a K. How about car? Or cocoon, or whatever you come up with, cake. Or what about alligator, or action, right? Just come up with words that start with those letters and have fun. Now, to extend this activity, maybe you get an A, a B, a C, and you get like the refrigerator magnets or the magnetized ones, and you make a little fishing pole with a rope and a magnet on the end, and you fish for them and say, what did you catch? Oh, you caught B-ba, or you caught C-ka, or A-ah, or every time he catches it, if he can tell you the name and the sound, he gets to keep it. If he can't, it goes back in the water. It got away, right? You can make up little games to extend this activity to make it fun, but just use the ones that you've learned. Now, the next day, go back and see if your child remembers those 3 letters. If yes, add 2 or 3 more. And as you pick up speed, as your child recognizes more, starts to get the hang of it, it's going to be easier to add more on. And if it's not, you keep doing it the exact same way, where you just keep helping, come up with ways, oh, look at daddy ate too much dinner. He doesn't have a belt like B. He just has his big old daddy belly out there. So daddy, and there's daddy's face. He's about to climb up his ladder to work on the roof. Whatever you want to say. So D, da, but help them see it. E, and for a short E, I'll tell kids all the time, see how it looks like a hand around the ear? That's Granny. She can't hear very well. She says, So help them come up with ways. And if you need help with that, I have all the tips and tricks you could ever want in the Black Belt Reading Program. We start with letters and sounds. I go over an alphabet review. I go over signals. I go over how to help your kids remember various letters by giving them little, thoughts about them, what they look like that belt. So I go over all of that in the videos. I've got videos for you, videos for them. I've got worksheets. Everything's in there that you need. I try to put everything that has helped my kids learn to read and write, because I've taught kids for over 20 years now, and they learn to read and write, even the ones with severe memory issues, processing issues, dyslexia, all of the things, they learn to read and write. So some take a little longer than others. If you're dealing with severe memory issues, if you have a child who can't remember 2 letters after hearing it over and over again, you're dealing with a memory issue. It's going to take a little longer, but that's okay. It's still possible. Hard does not mean impossible. That's my number one thing to learn. Hard does not mean impossible. And just because something seems impossible today does not mean it will always be that way. Today impossible, tomorrow possible. That's what our grandmaster says in Taekwondo, and I love that saying so much. And I've seen it in my own life where I thought things were just going to be impossible for me to learn, but I kept trying and kept working at it, and finally it would pop in there and suddenly it would seem really easy. Well, that's what's going to happen with letters and sounds. Even if it's excruciatingly hard right now and you just think your child is never going to be able to learn them, you will. Watch my other videos on letters and sounds. Get the Black Belt Reading Program and start your reading journey now. If you know you're already having problems, now's the time to get on it. So let me help you get over the stumbling blocks. Let me help you get your kid on the right track to reading and writing, because I'll tell you what, it makes such a big difference in their confidence when they know they can do something. That's what confidence is, knowing you can do something. You can't tell your child enough times, oh, you know how to do that, and make them believe it if they know they can't do it. So once they start saying they can do it, then their confidence grows and they get excited about learning again. So don't wait, don't delay. The time is now. If you know your child's struggling, get on it. Help them. They're crying out to you for help. So get them the help they need. Get a tutor if you need that. Get the Black Belt Reading Program if that sounds right for you. But do something. Do it on your own. Doesn't matter, just help them, because I'm telling you, I've seen so many older kids whose parents waited and then they regretted it because their kids were coming home just feeling so defeated and so bad and like they could never do stuff, and they just lost all their confidence, and it took a while to get it back. So try to help your kids keep their confidence, learn new ways to teach them, because everyone can learn. We just learn in different ways, and some people have to get over the memory hurdle or visual processing issues or auditory processing issues. Maybe they just have retrieval issues. They know it, but they can't get it to come out. Whatever it is, I'm going to show you ways around those things to help you make learning easier for your child. So if you have more questions, leave them below. Thanks for joining me, guys. I hope this helped you. I hope it served you, and I hope you'll join me again next time. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.